Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So today we have the world of Flashpoint that goes live in DC Universe Online. So when you log in, you can see there's a little gift that should be waiting for you. So let's go to Granted Rewards, open Granted Item menu. So we have the world of Flashpoint adaptive augments. And also there's also a world of Flashpoint artifact reward. So let us claim all those rewards. So here we have to choose either a Mighty Augment, Dominating Augment, Precise Augment, Restorating Augment, or Vital Augment. If you are a DPS that uses their weapon, you should go for the Mighty Augment. If you are a tank, you should go with the Dominating Augment. There's an exception. With the Fire Tank, you might be tempted to go with the Restoring Augment. It depends how much domination you have. If you're a DPS that uses their weapons, the Precise Augment would do the trick. If you're a healer, you would go for the Restoring Augment. Seeing how the Multiverse is a controller, we'll go for the Vital Speed Force cell. So let us select. And let us close that. And of course, let's claim the other one. So again, same thing. We'll go with the Vital Speed Force cell. And let's see what is the World of Flashpoint Artifact Reward. So I am a bit surprised. They are giving us both artifacts. In the past, we would have to do some missions first and then we would get those artifacts. But today it would seem that we do get both artifacts as soon as we log in. I don't know if they give the artifacts to everyone, or do you have to be a certain combat rating in order to be able to get the artifacts? We'll find out a bit later. So if we look at the on-duty menu, for the world of Flashpoints, there is the event version of the missions. And there is the regular version of the missions and the elite version of the missions. So for the regular version of the missions, you need combat rating 322. But the suggested combat rating is actually 327. So if you go into the mission at 322, you might struggle a little bit. It's the same combat rating for the elite version, but the elite version should be a lot harder. I guess we'll find out when we try it out. I'll probably try the elite version with our friend Nix at some point. I'm just not sure when. So the artifacts we're getting is Pied Piper's Flute. This one is a DPS artifact. I've tried it a bit on the test server. Basically, you create a swarm of rats that attacks your enemies whenever you use a supercharge. And there is a Circe's Mask. This one is a tank artifact. I have to admit, did not try this one. Basically, it says Shackles Unleashed. When your shield is broken, your incoming healing is increased by 10, 20, 30%. For 4, 5, 6 seconds. And it stuns up to 2 to 5 enemies. So as you upgrade it, you will be able to stun more enemies. And as you upgrade it, you'll increase the incoming healing. We could use the warp menu and warp directly to Flashpoint Gotham City. But let's take the long way around so that we can take a quick look at the vendor. So now that we have a new DLC, the Burst of Precurrency should be gone. So if you had some Lex coins with your characters, you can trade those Lex coins for some cases of source marks. So basically you'll get 100 Lex coin, we'll give you 100 source marks. So let us do that right now. So let's get 10. And let's get 1. So now the Birds of Prey vendors will require source marks if you want to purchase stuff from them. So there you should have a whole bunch of source marks in your inventory, so let's consume them. So there we go, so now with our Lex coins converted, we have a whole bunch of source marks. I'm very tempted to purchase the Adaptive Earth Chroma set. It's one of the few Chroma I did not show you just yet. I'll probably do that a bit later today. So now that you can use source marks to purchase from this vendor, everyone should be able to purchase items from this vendor. Doesn't matter if you're a free-to-play player, premium player, or a subscriber. All you need is to be able to farm for source marks. So now we have the Flashpoint supply bot right here, and you can see the portal to go to Flashpoint Gotham City. And also here we have our brand new Flashpoint Vital Speed Force cells. So the first one is the alternate timelines, plus one additional gear choice from bosses in World of Flashpoint on duty mission for each rank of alternate timelines. There's Doomsday Deflection, take 10% less damage from the subject Doomsday Psy-Ops aerial bombardment per rank of Doomsday Deflection. And there's the Hot Streak, so one augment, plus one win casino token from World of Flashpoint large loot cache. And if we have two augments, plus one win casino tokens from completing World of Flashpoint on duty missions. There's a full throttle that gives you plus 3% revitalization. I hate when it does that. So there's full throttle that gives you plus 3% revitalization and power while in World of Flashpoint content. Increased flexibility, Plastic Man's Ball of Rage ability does 25% less damage per rank of increased flexibility, and 2 ranks grants immunity to his knockdown effect. And Professor Zoom's Violent Wind ability deals 25% less damage per rank of increased flexibility, and 2 ranks grants immunity to its control effect. And there's Easy Riders, take 10% less damage from the Nightmare Rogue's damage field attacks in Worlds of Flashpoint, in the Fantastic Voyage per rank of Easy Rider. And 10% less damage from Brainiac's Multiplicity attack in World of Flashpoint Flash of the Future per rank of Easy Rider. And so you can see there's a whole bunch of ranks. There's rank 3, rank 6, rank 11, rank 12, rank 17, and rank 23. So as you go up in rank, it will unlock the various abilities that we just saw right here. And you can see the stats it gives to our character right now, which is a bit less than what we have right now with our Vital Neural Access Coils. But once we upgrade the Vital Speed 4 cells, the stats should be better. So at this point, there's no point in replacing the cells just yet, and replacing the augments just yet. But as soon as I start upgrading the augments, then I'll replace the Legion augments with the new Vital Speed augments. And of course, we have the portal that takes us to Flashpoint, Gotham City. So let's go. So if you guys saw the preview I did with our friend Nix the Black Mask, you already saw this area. But in case you did not watch the video we made, so here you can see there's where's the vendor? We should have the very same vendor we had, well, a similar vendor we had in the Watchtower. Oh, there he is. So it's not quite the same vendor in the sense that it's another NPC, it's Cobblepot's Fence. But if we look at the vendor itself, he sells the same stuff as the other vendor. There's a whole bunch of stuff that he's selling. So there is the thermal gear, that is the heatwave gear. If we scroll down a bit more, here we should have the Ruinous Bestial Chest, the Ruinous Bestial Shoulders, so the Ruinous Bestial style. Let's see if we can try the helm. So this is the official Doomsday style that has been added to this Universe Online. Some of you guys have been asking if I could show you the style with a new character. Like basically you wanted me to create a walkthrough with a Doomsday character and show you the style. And sadly that won't be an option. You have to be at endgame to be able to purchase that style. I've been planning to create a Doomsday type character, so what I will probably end up doing is that I'll create a character and I'll take him straight to endgame so that I can show you the style with that character. And later on, I'll probably do some sort of walkthrough, at least up to level 30, with another character that's built in the same way. And here we have a whole bunch of mods, of plans to be able to craft some mods. So basically the way this works this time, normally we would have like mods that would drop at random in the game. So previously we would have mod type 1, type 2, type 3 that would drop in the game. They would drop mostly from the Legion bounties from what I recall. Although they could have dropped from other places and I just didn't notice. Here it seems that we will have to craft those mods. So here we're going to have to craft, let's say, the mods 40.1. So I assume we will get like X amount of mods of 40. And then using those mods, we'll be able to craft the mod 40.1. Then we'll have to craft the mod 40.2, then the mod 40.3, and all the way like that up to 40.4. So instead of having to farm, let's say, the bounties and then purchasing the mods 40.4 from the vendor, we are going to have to craft those mods. So we'll have to purchase the plans in order to be able to do so. And one of the nice things about those plans is that you can see here not researched, but underneath you can see account bound. So if I trust what's written there, I should be able, let's say, to farm for currency with an alternate character, purchase the plan with that alternate character, and then give the plan to my multiverse character using the shared bank. So here we have something called the coloring transistors. It is used to fortify your brutal logic wings. I assume the brutal logic wings are the wings, the elite wings that we can get. So there is a few catalysts we will need to upgrade the omnipotence back piece. Or I assume the wings are a back piece, but you never know. And if you want some more augments for reasons, as you can see, you can purchase some here. And here we can purchase, what else? There's the larger Flash statue that we can purchase, but in order to purchase it, we are going to have to complete the Kid Flash diary collection to purchase this item. So we will have the collection to purchase, to complete to do that. The Flash statue covered large. Let's take a quick preview. So you can see here, this is the nice statue that we have in pretty much Central City. Although I think it is a bit smaller. We'll see when we purchase it. So that seems to be the same, but with a cover on it. Not sure why. Not sure why I would want to buy that, but we'll see. Flashpoint Gotham City window. That's a nice window. I always love when they add windows like that. They're usually quite fun to have. Geo pulse emitter. No idea what that's supposed to be, but anyway. Heatwave statue. So we do have a statue of Heatwave. Not unlike the statue, we have a Flash. Ravager ship model. Poor ship. And that seems to be it. So these are some of the base items we can purchase in this new DLC. And of course, there's going to be probably other base items that will drop as random drops. There might be some collections also we need to gather in order to be able to get some of those items. A question that often comes back in DC Universe Online is how do you make money in DC Universe Online? So today with this new DLC, there's a whole bunch of new collections that have been added to the game. So farming for those collections and selling those collections to the broker, that would be a good way to be able to make some cash playing DC Universe Online. So here we can talk to our friend Cyborg, so let us do that.
My Batman has agreed to help on one condition. We keep his city safe. Easier said than done. There's the leaderless syndicates, invading Amazonians and Atlanteans, and that prison's flying awfully low, and now, General Adam and his PSYOP spooks have gone rogue. Oof, really piling it on here. Glad we got you to help.
That's all he told us. I'm so sad now. So let us talk to Gordon.
Batman says you're the one to solve the situation we've got.
So let us accept. So I'm not going to play all the missions, but let's pick all the missions anyway. Oh, and here we have a little vendor. If you need to sell or repair, you can do that here. So let's start our friend the Flash.
It'll take all of us setting this world right. Help the Resistance.
So here we have to help the Resistance in Flashpoint Gotham City, and we'll get the World of Flashpoint loot cache. So let's accept. Let's talk to our friend
General
Batman.
Adam's PSYOPs has become a problem. Take care of it.
They did. They gave him a pretty cool looking voice, and you can see it's pretty much the same style we had not too long ago. But the one exception is the emblem. So you can see here the emblem is much bigger, and it is also quite different from the Flashpoint Batman emblem we had previously. So I guess they're trying to give us the styles, but also to keep them different for the actual NPCs. Let's talk to our friend the Penguin.
Most of the goons left in Gotham are upstarts squabbling over crumbs. Dissuade them through whatever means you find best.
Take out the war-crazed Amazon Furies and Atlantean enforcers.
At first I thought it was Skeets, but as you can see, it's actually Oracle. Skeets is a bit further down here.
PSYOPs overreacted to Booster Gold and released Doomsday. I am damaged. Sir, ma'am, Captain, you must help.
So as you see, we have a couple of weeklies. Doomsday is one of them. So let us accept. I'm not sure why. Let's start our friend Cyborg again.
We're not playing, and they're not either. Let's do it.
There we go. So you can see we got the source marks at the bottom right of the screen as opposed to the top of the screen. It's one of the quality of life thing they've added some time ago. So we're not going to play all the missions today. What we'll do today is that we'll play the solo missions, and I'll keep the group missions for tomorrow for the live stream when we'll go live at 5 tomorrow with our friend the Evil Nakes the Black Mask. What we'll do is that we will form groups to play the 8-player missions. Actually, from what I understand, there's only one 8-player mission. They found a bug yesterday to one of the 8-player mission. So we'll play the 8-player mission tomorrow, and we'll try also to possibly fight the evil Doomsday, and also what's the name, and the Atlantean and Amazon troops. We'll see how it works out. There's also some sort of general also we have to fight, so we'll try to do all that tomorrow. So today let us start with resistance assistance. So help the resistance in Flashpoint Gotham City. So let's follow the yellow arrow. So you can see all the rewards we're getting now. It appears in the bottom right of our screen as opposed to the top of the screen as it used to be. So I guess that will take some getting used to. Or we're used to looking at the top of the screen most of the time. But I have to admit, I kind of like the new... I kind of like it.
My mission's critical. Can you protect me here?
Nah. Those missions where you have to defend an NPC, not really the best missions sometimes.
Thanks to you.
We did good. We helped the doctor. So there's a group here. Let's beat the snot out of them. Let's click on the clicky. We have to bring that over here. And what's this one? So as you can see, there's different objectives we can try to complete. So let us return to the Flash. Normally I would play all the missions and then I would go back, but today we'll take it a bit slow, a bit easy.
Thanks for fighting for the people.
So again, you saw we got the rewards to the bottom right of the screen, and let's see what's in the box. Yeah, I know I have a lot of stuff. So let's open our World of Flashpoint loot cache. So here we can choose between the Engineer's Tactical Vest box or the Engineer Utility Belt. Let's go for the vest. So we got some Solar Coil Extreme, useless for us. Some flawed Speed Force Exobyte, so that's probably going to be to upgrade our augments. So you can see we got some Restoration 40.0 mods. So I assume we'll have to purchase a plan, and we'll have to take a whole bunch of mods to be able to then, a whole bunch of 40 mods to be able to craft a 40.1, then a whole bunch of 40.1 to craft some 40.2, and so on. And here's some Colwyn transistors, and also they show you the sources of diverse items, so it's something that's kind of nice, I guess. So that way, if people don't know where to look to find the components, they actually can see it in the description. So the chest piece is item level 275 and it goes up to item level 291. So it will scale with the level of our character. Right now my combat rating is 329 and my gear is actual level gear 285. Most of my gear is 285, but there are some pieces like the elite pieces that are like 287 with the elite weapon. But the Helm of Omnipotence is 292, and the Goggles of Omnipotence are 302. So let's see what combat rating we'll get with the chest piece. So it gave us 289, so not quite the max. And of course, as usual, we can choose between controller or DPS. So let's choose a controller. And the style is the engineer style. I'll probably try to show the style in a future video, although I may already have a video about it. I'll have to look it up. If I have a video about the engineer style, I'll put it in the description down below. If not, I'll try to make a video about it. So let's see if we can use our flawed Speed Force Exobyte. So if we go into our augments, into Fortify, so you can see our Speed Force, our vital Speed Force cells. And yes, I have a lot of augments because somehow I kept all the almost all the previous augments. I think I only destroyed the augments from Justice League Dark and those from the Teen Titans DLC, I think. So you can see we can feed the flawed Speed Force Exobyte to our augment. So let us do that. And obviously it's not enough to even bring it even close to rank 1. And here you can see the catalysts we need to be able to upgrade the augments. So we'll need 10 thermal coolant. And we'll need 3 Star Labs particle detector. And I assume as we go up in level, we'll have a third catalyst that will get added. Actually, let's take a look at the marketplace. So you can see they've upgraded the marketplace with the new augments. So you can see here the thermal coolant, the Star Labs particle detector, and here you can see the hyper time regulator. And there's still those from the Legion DLC, and those from the Wonderverse DLC. But those from the Birds of Prey DLC are gone. And here we have the Perfected Exobyte Mega Pack. Let's take a quick look. So this one here gives us 1,668 XP for our augments. And these work only to be able to upgrade our augments. They do not work for artifacts. So don't try to use the Perfect Exobyte Mega Pack on the artifacts. It shouldn't work. And here you can see it will take us 2,438 and 135 million experience. So it's so if we were to use, let's say, the exobyte that we just saw, it would cost us basically $10 to be able to reach rank 12, and the augments goes up to rank 23. So it will be a challenge to upgrade it. So squawking out the gang war. Let's go do that one. We have a bunch of goons here.
Hurry! I'm afraid of heights! Being cold my stomach.
Let's remove the graffiti.
This isn't even the first time I've been strapped to a rocket.
So you can see there's various goons. Last time we saw those goons, I think it was in Riddled with Crime DLC. Although I could be misremembering. Maybe we saw them afterwards, and I'm just not thinking straight. So let's save a little friend here.
Now I know what a popsicle feels like.
almost there. So let's go. Let us go see our friend the penguin.
What a sterling performance! Bravo!
So let's see what's in the box. Let's take a look at the Prometheum logbox first. Let's go for the Compound Omega. So we could choose a headpiece or the belt. Well, let's go for the headpiece. So you can see we got a Precision 40.0. So obviously there'll be a random element. If you're lucky, you'll get those you need. If not, you'll probably have to purchase them or something. Here we got our first catalysts. So we should be able to get those catalysts from the little box. And let's see, for the headpiece, odds are I will keep the headpiece I have right now. Yeah. So let's go to the next one. Prison Break Breakup. I thought she was going to click on it. I guess not.
Come on, let me go.
So even though it is an alternate version of Gotham, we're quite familiar with Gotham by now, but they made a good job. The first thing is they removed the bottles. I have to admit, I'm very happy about that. I know it may seem a bit silly.
I can't go back. I can't go back.
But having a version of Gotham without the bottles, that makes me really happy. The same when we got the Doom Metropolis map, and finally we had a version of Metropolis where we did not have the bottle, especially a version of the Daily Planet. One thing that made me really sad when I was playing DC Universe Online is that at first I thought, oh, they forgot to include the Daily Planet. Turns out that they hadn't forgotten. It was in a bottle.
No, don't send me back. This town is wild. I've never had so much fun.
So finally with the Doomsday Metropolis map, we got a version of the Daily Planet without the bottle. And now it's nice to see a version of Gotham without the bottles as well. Even though it is the Flashpoint version of Gotham, but still.
Oh no, don't send me back. I didn't do nothing. I was wrongfully imprisoned.
Bazooka! I love my little Quizlet.
You're gonna regret that.
I'm sure some people are rolling their eyes. It's probably not the most powerful artifact out there, but I kind of like it.
You're gonna regret that.
Oh, I guess we're done. So let's go back to our friend Chief Gordon. And you'll notice it is Chief Gordon as opposed to Commissioner Gordon. And some of you guys have been asking about the spring seasonal. The spring seasonal should be here probably early May. I would say May 4th, but I could be mistaken.
Thanks. You know, whether Batman admits it or not, he's lucky to have someone like you watching his back.
So let us see what's in the box. Some glasses or the pouch. I'm not going to use the glasses, so I may as well go for the pouch. So again, we got some Speed Force Exobyte, Dominance. Nothing I could use just yet. But I often say to people that this Universe Online is a marathon, not a sprint. So let's see if we can upgrade our artifact a little bit more. So let's see if we can upgrade our augment a little bit more. We can also salvage gear. I'll show that to you in just a minute. I'll play the mission I have left, and then I'll show you how to salvage gear. so that you can feed some more exhibits to your augments. Although I'm not sure. Oh yeah, they made a change at some point. I think it was with the Wonderverse DLC where now you needed to have the exhibits from the episode. So I assume it's going to be the same thing. Oh. Well, that is strange. I thought I'd hit an invisible wall or something. See here, defeat General Adams' Psyops forces. I'm a bit surprised. I thought there would be more people than that today. Although I guess a lot of people think that the game is still under maintenance, I suppose. Or they might just be all fighting Doomsday. That I wouldn't be surprised. For Doomsday, there's going to be a feat to defeat Doomsday, I think 100 times. If you want to make sure to have the feat, if you don't want to miss out, oh no, Doomsday is right there. If you want to make sure to defeat Doomsday, if you don't want to miss out on the feat, what I would strongly suggest is get it early on. Early on, people will farm the Doomsday boss right here. So if you don't want to end up, let's say, struggling to be able to get the feat, get it early on while people are farming for the boss. You'll probably be able to farm for Doomsday for a bit, but at some point, people usually stop running the bosses, and then when that happens, it becomes a bit more challenging to be able to get defeats. So when you have to defeat Doomsday like 100 times, do it early on to make sure that you don't have to struggle afterwards to try to do it. Again, if you play the long game, it's not too much an issue. Like, that is something that's been like that for pretty much all the bounties. I'm not sure what's going on here. Like early on when we had the bounties, that was a bit of an issue. Like when we got the Central City bounties, people farmed those bounties very quickly. And then afterwards, if you wanted to be able to complete those bounties, or even worse, to get the feats for defeating the bounties X amount of time, you pretty much had to do it solo because at some point, no one was playing those bounties anymore. And the same is probably true with like the new Genesis bounties or the bounties on the Striker Island. Or actually on Arkham Island. Oh, there's a briefing and an investigation there. Let's pick it up.
As a fellow time traveler, of course I know exactly what's going wrong and how to fix it. Unfortunately, I'm too busy keeping Doomsday from destroying everything, so I'll have to outsource this one. Have you tried looking for time anomalies? That's what I usually do whenever I'm trying to track down Rip Hunter.
So let us go back to Flashpoint Batman. So tomorrow, if you guys want to, we'll form groups. Well, we'll form at least one group. We'll go play the 8-player missions, and we'll probably fight Doomsday at least a couple of times. And there's also
you get things done.
A couple of generals we're gonna farm as well. So let us see what's in the box. Oh, another chest piece. Oh well. So again, some more flawed exobyte, precision 40.0, thermal coolant, and coluent transistor. There shall be an option to be able to warp, basically to warp to a different phase. From what I understand, there was still some issues with that option, so we did not get it just yet. I have no idea when they're going to fix it, but eventually we should be able to warp to a different phase if we want to, which will make playing the Legion bounties a lot easier. So to upgrade your Vital Speed Force cells, you will need some flawed Speed Force exobyte. You could also use some of your previous augments. So some of the augments from the previous DLCs, if for some reason you don't feel that you need them anymore, you can decide to sacrifice them to those augments. Although I think you only get a fraction you only get a fraction of those augments. Like you can see minus 65%. Sadly, you only get a fraction of what the augment is worth, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. But there is also your origin augments that you will be able to upgrade. The maximum rank was 287 for the previous DLC, but it's been increased to 297. So you should be able to continue upgrading your origin augments. But in order to be able to continue upgrading your origin augments, you may need to salvage at least some gear. So some of the gear that's no longer useful, you can simply salvage it. I'm not sure why. I have too many armories. So you can salvage your gear. That gives you some exobytes. And if you have some exo material, you can even try to upgrade some of those exobytes so that they will give you a bit more experience. So let's go back to our vital metagene. And now we can continue to upgrading them until they can reach rank 297. And we may as well continue to upgrade our vital speed force cell. And if we look at the previous augments we had, like you can see with each DLC, the amount of experience you need for those augments increases. It's sad, but that's how it is. Although there's another thing also that should have increased. So the maximum skill points you could have was 285. It's been increased to 295. So if you really want to have your skill points right now, you could respect your skills and then reassign your skill point differently. And we're not going to do that just yet. So with a new DLC, we will have some new artifacts to upgrade if we want to. We will have some new augments to upgrade. And we will be able to continue to upgrade our origin augments. Normally I start by upgrading my vital origin augments. But then later on I also upgraded my mighty augments and even my precision augments, depending if I wanted to play controller or DPS, and depending if I was DPSing using my powers or my weapons. I was able to maximize my vital metagene quickly enough, so I was able to spend then quite a bit of time upgrading my mighty metagene and my precise metagene. So again, everyone should have access to the Flashpoint missions from the on duty menu and the events tab. Again, there should be a second raid. Sadly, there was some issues. The raid wasn't quite ready, so they did not activate it just yet. And for the missions in the on-duty menu, you will need combat rating 322 to be able to access those missions. And there is also the elite version of those missions. And as you can see in the description, it is significantly more difficult, but it does offer greater rewards. And there are some rare items that sometimes you can only get from the elite version of the missions. And let us take a quick look at the broker. Blasphemy! I was almost done buying all the collections on the broker, but then with the new DLC, new collections gets added. So as I mentioned before, one question that often comes back is how can you make money in this Universe Online? This would be one way. Get some of the newer collections and put them for sale on the broker. And if you're lucky, you might make a bit of cash. Obviously, today, everyone will be doing that. So it will be, let's say it will be challenging. You will have to compete against everyone else to buy or sell the same collections. This seems to have added quite a few of them. So it'll probably take me a while to get all those collections, but once I manage to get them all, I'll show you what you can get if you complete those collections. So the Flashpoint DLC started today. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. I have roughly 2,000 videos about this Universe Online at this point, so if I don't answer your question right away, just search in my videos. Odds are I already made a video that answers your question. Or click one of the videos that you see on your screen right now. Bye-bye.